Show it, boss! Come on! Come on, Johnny!
John Fury's a big bully, and big bullies need putting into place. And if I'm the man that has to do it, I will do it. I don't want to beat an old man up. I don't want to start on a 60-year-old man. But when I look back, when I beat George Groves up in front of 80,000 fans at Wembley Stadium, rendering him unconscious, he was 11 years.
Carl Froch tears into John Fury's training footage ahead of their fight. Froch mocked Fury's training as delusional, criticizing what he considered unnecessary and outdated preparation methods. The footage triggered heavy ridicule as Froch suggested Fury was trying to appear dangerous without showing real technical or professional fighting skills, further humiliating Fury's training approach.
He's 10 years younger than Big John Fury. I know he doesn't look well, does he? He looks a bit older. I don't want to give him any stick, but he looks he's 10 years older than me, 60-year-old man. I'm pressing on for 50. So, is it a fair fight? I think we both know it isn't. But he's called it on at Tottenham Hotspur.
John Fury attempted to present himself as a serious threat despite criticism over his age and training approach. Many observers believe his statements about exposing Carl Froch are more promotional than practical. The footage has been widely ridiculed, with fans questioning whether Fury's preparation reflects professional fight standards or simply aims to generate attention before the confrontation.
Another running video this morning, but not just a running video. I'm going to be the first man to fight a 3-time Hall of Famer. We're just doing it myself. John Fury style. Running, bare knuckle, heavy bag, eating, living in the woods, chopping trees, eating the filth of the earth. I'm doing it gypsy style. And I'm going to prove to everybody out there where there's a... Keep it straight, Dad. Keep it fucking straight. Keep it straight, mate. Go on, Dad. Hold straight. Hold it.
Eddie Hearn suggested he would never bet against Carl Froch in a close confrontation, implying Froch's aggressive striking could dominate if the distance closes. He also described John Fury as physically strong but somewhat deluded in his claims, with many fans believing Fury's confidence is more talk than realistic fight preparation ahead of the potential clash.
I would never back against Carl Froch on the cobbles. Ever. But John Fury's a big old lump. There'll be some illegal moves in there. Do you know what I mean? But if they ever get close, Carl will be swinging.
Johnny Nelson pointed out that Eddie Hearn has always been a strategic, business-minded figure, but the controversy involving Conor Benn has turned the situation into a bitter public dispute. Critics have been harsh on Benn for leaving Hearn and for the allegations he has raised, with many fans believing the move damaged trust and sparked unnecessary hostility in boxing circles.
Froch on fight, because I'm quite sure Carl's going to rip the life out of John after today. I think John did a job. John did a job and got the excitement going, got people talking. That's exactly what he did.
Adam Smith suggested that the tension between Carl Froch and John Fury may have stemmed from Froch's past criticism of the Fury family. Many fans believe Fury's reaction was driven more by ego than competitive intent. The idea of them fighting has been treated largely as entertainment speculation rather than a serious sporting challenge.
Carl having a go at the Furies probably over his time on his channel, maybe, I'm guessing, and John didn't like that and wants to have a fight with him, something like that.
It was something like that. I don't think he was still necessarily turning down a fight.
What I do know is that John Fury and Carl Froch on the cobbles will be fun. I think they both have a good fun doing.
Carl Froch fired back aggressively at John Fury, calling him a bully and accusing him of seeking attention rather than real competition. Froch suggested Fury's behavior reflects intimidation tactics rather than fighting skill, and many fans believe the comments were meant to undermine Fury's public image while questioning his fighting credibility.
Big John Fury, a fighting man who don't want to fight, really. There's enough about him. Big fucking bully, that's what he is. And it will come on top for him. He'll say the wrong thing or he'll approach the wrong person. If he came up that platform today, I'd have absolutely volleyed him back down the steps. Mark my words, I'd have volleyed him straight down them fucking steps. Anyway, I'm not going to go on about it anymore. You can see I'm a little bit annoyed by the cheek of him. But all he's doing is attention seeking, and he's getting more attention now.
John Fury attempted to present himself as a dangerous old school fighter, claiming toughness and dismissing modern online criticism. However, critics believe these statements are more about reputation building than actual fighting ability. The exchange with Carl Froch has been widely seen as promotional drama, with many fans mocking Fury's aggressive talk compared to his actual competitive fighting record.
An animal. I'm telling you now, people who know me, or the past, they're all dead who know me. Who could say he can fight? Outside he's an animal. They're all dead and gone. I'm from old school. I'm from the 70s, 80s and 90s, when men was men. We didn't talk down YouTube. The men made videos. We fought. And you see that, the pussies, man. Pussies. You think some 12-stone man can beat me a fighting right for that window like an airplane? Like a paper airplane?
Shane Fury explained that public criticism is unavoidable when someone speaks openly online, suggesting that people should expect responses when they express strong opinions. He added that John Fury may not always be completely correct, but believes his perspective reflects his old-school fighting mentality. However, critics argue that such statements are more about defending family reputation than providing meaningful boxing analysis. The debate continues around whether Fury's public commentary adds value to boxing discussions or simply keeps his name relevant in media conversations.
It seems to be like you can talk about someone online and do videos, but not expect someone to say anything when you see someone. So I don't know. Listen, my dad's got his ways and his points, and 90% of the time he's half right, but listen, it is what it is.
Dave Allen expressed respect for John Fury, despite not fully supporting some of the behavior associated with the controversy. He maintained a neutral stance, emphasizing personal respect for Fury and his family, while avoiding direct criticism. The discussion also touched on the possibility of organizing a charity-based fight involving Carl Froch, which many fans saw as a safer and more socially positive alternative. Critics believe the entire conversation reflects modern boxing entertainment politics rather than genuine competitive ambition.
I'm not saying that I condone that behaviour, because I don't. You can't, it's impossible to. But John is my mate, I've got respect for him, I respect the family, we're cool. So you're never going to hear me say a bad word about it, but at the same time, obviously,
no.
It's probably not the Steve Bunce thing. I thought, bloody hell. Didn't like it, really.
Yeah.
Liam Goff discussed the ongoing verbal rivalry between John Fury and Carl Froch, highlighting how Fight Talk has been used as promotional content rather than a confirmed sporting event. Fury reportedly stated that any fight arrangement would depend on proper financial terms, while Froch suggested charity-based options could be considered. Many observers believe the matchup discussion is driven more by media attention than competitive sport. Fans remain divided, with some treating the conversation as entertainment and others seeing it as unnecessary boxing drama.
John Fury was doing that and goading Carl Froch, and I know John Fury doesn't like Carl Froch. Carl Froch mentions him, although I haven't really watched much of Carl Froch's videos lately. But Carl Froch, I know, has mentioned John Fury in the past. He's had a go with John Fury. They actually talked about having an actual, was it an exhibition or a boxing type match? And John Fury, any man, any time, was saying words to the effect of, "Oh, I'll fight you, Carl Froch, but the money has to be right." And Carl Froch basically said, "Alright, well, if we arrange payment, it can go to charity."
Spencer Oliver suggested that if a fight were to happen, the advantage might lean toward Carl Froch, noting that his physical conditioning at 48 years old still looks competitive. Meanwhile, John Fury was described as powerful but unpredictable in style. The conversation also mentioned Fury's verbal shots at other boxing legends such as Lennox Lewis, which surprised some fans. Critics believe Fury's aggressive talk is more about building personal hype than demonstrating technical boxing credibility, especially when compared to Froch's disciplined professional fighting career and tactical experience inside the ring. Tyson Tyson Fury emphasized the importance of hunger and determination at the highest level of boxing, suggesting that success should inspire others to keep pushing forward. His message focused on mentality and continuous improvement rather than confrontation or controversy. Meanwhile, the discussion surrounding John Fury continues to paint him as a highly emotional and unpredictable figure, especially when compared to more technical fighters like Carl Froch. Critics believe Fury's public behavior sometimes overshadows serious boxing discussion, turning attention toward personality drama rather than athletic legacy. Fans remain divided between respecting the family fighting spirit and criticizing the aggressive public statements.
Hey John! Go on, Dad! Go on, Dad! Go on, son! Give it to him, Dad! Show it his boss! Come on! Come on, Johnny!
Spencer Brown described John Fury as someone who often provokes strong reactions from others, acknowledging that while he may be liked as a personality, his behavior tends to irritate many people. The discussion suggested that Fury is not easily intimidated and may deliberately target situations where conflict is likely to emerge. Critics believe this personality-driven approach keeps his name circulating in boxing media rather than contributing meaningful technical analysis. The comparison with Carl Froch continues to fuel fan debate, with many arguing that Froch represents disciplined competitive boxing while Fury relies more on psychological pressure and verbal aggression outside the ring.
That he has to make sure he puts on a decent performance, and I think this guy's made for him.
People seem to say that if Tyson Fury is anything like his best, he should make light work of Arslan Makhmudov.
An unformed Tyson Fury should get the job done, without a doubt. And that to me is that's how it should be. I expect nothing less.
He's called for
Adi Oladipo reacted to the heated moment involving John Fury and Carl Froch, suggesting that the incident was more about entertainment value than real fight intention. While Fury appeared aggressive during the press conference, observers were unsure what would have happened if the situation escalated further. Many critics believe the behavior was designed to generate publicity rather than demonstrate fighting readiness. The ongoing verbal rivalry between the two sides has become a major talking point in boxing media, with fans treating the story as promotional drama rather than sporting competition. The confrontation has kept public attention high, but raised questions about professionalism.
Chopping trees, eating the filth of the earth. I'm doing it gypsy style. I'm going to prove to everybody out there, where there's a will, there's a way. Don't need a trainer. Don't need a SC. I don't need none of that crap. I'm going back to the 70s when men was men. If you want to be privy to all of this, contact me. Let's hope you got some deep pockets, but they're well worth it. It's better than the usual crap on the television.
The discussion highlighted that John Fury is highly passionate when defending his sons, often reacting strongly to criticism. However, critics argue that this emotional aggression sometimes creates unnecessary controversy. Some observers believe Fury's public statements about challenging anyone reflect confidence, while others view them as attention-seeking behavior. The comparison with Carl Froch continues because Froch is generally seen as more technically focused and career disciplined. Many fans believe Fury's reputation is built more on personality and intimidation talk rather than professional boxing achievements, especially when discussing legacy inside the sport.
That was a long time ago and that all went away. But he started on me, he came for me. I said, listen, you know where I am, my producer's down there if you've got a problem with him. And then he came down, started shouting, screaming and swearing, you saw it all. I did a response video, did very good numbers, thanks for watching. But yeah, he's since come back again. I thought he was going to go away and get quiet because I've heard from good authority that Tyson Fury himself, the Gypsy King, he wasn't happy, he was furious at his old man's little rant and rave. But he's still going. He's his own man, I suppose, Big John Fury, the fighting man. Fights who he wants, doesn't he? When he wants, on the hard road. But he's gone on his social medias now.
The ongoing criticism surrounding John Fury suggests that many observers see his behavior as consistently confrontational. According to critics, Fury's attempts to chase public figures reflect a pattern of seeking attention rather than engaging in meaningful boxing discussion. The rivalry with Carl Froch has become symbolic of personality clash inside boxing culture rather than an actual sporting contest. Some fans believe Fury's actions were unpredictable and chaotic, especially in public events. The conversation surrounding this story continues to portray Fury as controversial and emotionally reactive, with supporters defending his old-school mentality while critics label his approach as disruptive to professional boxing discourse.